メイドインヘブン。神の未明において退ける。
Rest in peace this time. I'll see you in hell, boss.
Boss, locate and bring back the U.S. military's new weapon codenamed Honeybee. The CIA put it in the hands of the Hamid group of Mujahideen, but the Hamid fighters were wiped out. The Honeybee must still be hidden at their base, the fort at Dasmasi Laman. Unfortunately, the Soviets are looking for the weapon as well. You have to get to it before they do. Bring it back here. There's a photo of the target on your iDroid. One more thing. Apparently one of the Hamid fighters survived. He's missing, but if you can find him, he might lead us to the target. Good luck, boss. It's Marseille Fort. Just Marseille Le Mans. Now to find the honeybee.
Every day's the same and I'm left to discover on my own. It seems like everything is gray and there's no color to behold. They say it's over and I'm fine again. Try to stay sober, feels like I'm dying. And I am aware now of how everything's gonna be fine. One day too late, I am in hell. I am prepared now, seems everyone's gonna be fine. One day too late, just as well. I feel a dream in me expire, and there's no one left to blame it on. I hear you label me a liar, 'cause I can't seem to get this through. You say it's over, I can't sigh again. Yeah. Why try to stay sober when I'm dying? Yeah. And I am aware now of how everything's gonna be fine. One day too late, I am in hell. I am prepared now, seems everyone's gonna be fine. One day too late, just as well. And I'm not scared now. I'm
Who would have thought they'd hide it there? You secured the target. Now you just need to bring it back. Call the chopper from your iDroid. You are not to use the honeybee. The order was to recover it with its ammunition.
You look well rested, big boss. My, how you've changed. You became a demon for such little weapons as that? Well, I'm sure you'll see the bigger picture eventually. If you get out of here alive. Rest in peace this time. I'll see you in hell, boss.
What the hell was that thing? It was huge. The skulls. What's he doing to that soldier?
You're never gonna get away, and I'm not scared now. And I'm not scared now.
Arriving shortly at LZ. Time to go.
So this unit in the mist, their speed, the way they jump, it's not human. And those deformities.
They attacked the Soviets too.
And that Grim Reaper look-alike in charge of them. That giant thing that carried him off. What the hell are they?
Cypher.
And what do they want? What's their objective? Why Afghanistan? one more thing troubling me.
What happened to the Hamid?
Exactly. Whole squads of hardened Mujahideen killed without a fight, and no trace of BC weaponry. What does it all mean?
That's what we're here to find out.
Yeah, right. If we really need to know, the truth will reveal itself. Even if it's ugly.
We don't draw weapons on comrades. Look around you. This is your family.
Show's over. Get out of here.
Be gentle. Of course. These are bad for you, you know. Morale has fallen. No. They just need a mission. Orders to follow.
You see someone stuck in the waiting room, you give them a job to do. You two! You just earned yourself a week in the brig. Deck cleaning duty by...
No, wait. You've got some blood to pay me back for first. Your CQC is sloppy. Come see me later for a lesson you won't forget.
Well, morale taken care of.
Afghan wilderness. This Quiet has performed a string of hits on Soviet officers. The attacks always occur in the same area, but sweeps of the area turn up no traces whatsoever. They've even posted guards, but they never spot a thing. And then before you know it, another body's lying on the ground. You ever heard of someone who operates like that? No matter how still and silent a person tries to be, they always create some kind of ripple. Be it breathing, a heartbeat, eating, excreting, body temperature, sweat. If this sniper can really vanish completely, that's just not human. I guess Quiet is the right name. But what is Quiet's objective? The local guerrillas wouldn't use this kind of tactic. I just can't see them hiring some superhuman mercenary. And the Soviet officers who've been killed, well, they were all opposed to or skeptical of the secret weapons development being conducted in the area. Sure, they were a problem for those supporting it, but the Soviets have nothing to gain by killing them. So we have an assassin with superhuman combat skills who isn't working for the guerrillas or the Soviets. Miller has a theory that this sniper is a hitman for Cypher. He thinks it's time we silence Quiet for good. But I'm against the lethal treatment. I say we bring the sniper back alive and break that silence. Because even if this Quiet doesn't say a word, there's still plenty we can learn. Just remember this, boss. If our hunch is right, you'll be on this sniper's hit list too. If things seem a little too quiet when you're in the field, watch out. Quiet's out there somewhere. And if possible, this is one sniper I want back here breathing.
Yeah.
Boss, you okay? Could it be that sniper? Quiet. Quiet. Our silent assassin. Where's the sniping point?
For the sunshine sky, there's a reason why I'm feeling so high. Must be the season when that love light shines all around us. So let that feeling grab you deep inside and send you reeling where your love can hide and let those feelings through the moonlit night with your love, girl. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show, and you'll know what I mean. It's the season. Let your love fly.
The enemy sniper just disappeared. Zero visibility. If you can't mark him, you don't stand a chance. Stay sharp.
And you'll know what I mean. That's the reason. There's a reason for the warm sweet night. There's a reason for the candlelight. Must be the season when those love lights shine all around us. So let that wonder take you in.
abilities of hers. No doubt about it, she has to be one of the Skulls. Now move in and finish her, boss. She's working for Cypher.
Quiet is a valuable source of information, boss. There's no need to kill her. Think carefully. This is your decision.
The female sniper. Quiet. Cypher's assassin. Finish her. She's one of the Skulls. Hurry. Finish her. She's one of the Skulls. Hurry up and kill her.
No. Killing her would be a waste. Bring her back here.
Boss.
Boss!
Boss, you're not thinking of bringing her back here, are you? She works for Cypher. We don't even know the extent of her abilities. She is not setting foot on this base.
Good word, boss. Can't believe you took her down alive. Now bring her back here. Let's find out what she really is.
This is too dangerous. Kill her.
Arriving
Don't
shortly,
bring her to her home.
This is the boss's decision. I'll send the extraction chopper.
Boss, you know I've always got your back. But if you bring her here, I'll just have her killed. Boss, no.
Gaining altitude. Departing.
Slipped the line, huh? Shame. She's one of a kind.
Fine by me. We don't need her type. Boss, we need to talk. Get back to base. Everything else can wait.
Confirm. One bogey on our 6. Steady at 0.4 miles. It's tailing us.
Don't lead it back to Mother Base.
Roger. We'll shake it off. Thermals! Clear! save the boss.
She was saving herself. Fire! Put her in the cell. Boss,
Keep an eye on her.
Right. Take her away. What are you waiting for? Move!
boss, you are going to regret this. That woman...
I know. She knows our location. Either way, one of these days we're gonna have to kill her. But now is not the time. When the time comes, I'll pull the trigger.
She, refuses to wear clothes. The last staff member who tried to dress her, breathing through tubes. Other than that, she's completely cooperative. She understands English, but she never speaks, sweats, or breathes.
What?
Well, not with lungs, at least. She breathes through her skin. Clothing would suffocate her. Showers are okay, but she can't be submerged.
What's wrong with her?
She's drinking through her skin.
She's okay?
She's okay. She just can't move when she's taking in water. Look. See that? She hasn't eaten a thing since she got here.
She doesn't eat either?
Never. It's photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis. That's the verdict from the medical staff?
No, the jury's still out. It's the only explanation for what we've seen. The GRU had a man with that ability in its Cobra unit. Now, we don't think she's contagious. Some of the staff can't stomach her. It's starting to affect morale.
Can't you send her on a mission?
By herself? No. But as you know, she does have skill. Why not take her out on one of your missions? She seems to like you. Of course, only if you think she'll be useful. Next time you go out, you keep her in mind.
So, who's that woman who doesn't talk that the boss brought back?
No idea. I wonder if she's even human.
What? Come on, she isn't human. What is she? An alien? Some kind of bioroid?
I don't know. The way she moves, disappears, I wouldn't count anything out.
Give me a break. It's probably technology from that Cypher group. There's no such thing as miracles or the supernatural. Only cutting-edge technology.
I don't know much about Cypher, but even science has its limits, right? And how do we know she's connected to them anyway?
You're asking the wrong guy.
Well, whoever she is, boy does she creep me out.
I hear ya.
Defect from the east. The target is the scientist we knew as Huey. He's a suspect in enabling Cypher's attack on us 9 years ago. Let's see that Emmerich gets his wish, boss. Take him out of Soviet territory and back here to Mother Base. Dr. Emmerich. I can't wait for us to sit down and catch up.
Changes have already been finalized.
It's not operational yet. The remote piloting and AI control haven't reached the application stage.
Who said anything about an AI? That was Coldman's mistake 10 years ago.
Be that as it may, we'll need to modify postural control to accommodate a human pilot. I share your urgency, but we need more time to finish it.
Analyze the transmission. He's been in contact with the big boss.
Right. Planning on leaving us, Doctor?
Huh? What?
I'm taking your legs back!
So you're just gonna kill me?
Sahelanthropus is mine now.
Listen, I may dwell in the dark, but I refuse to be judged by your standards, traitor. I hope your friends give you what's coming to you.
Take him to the base. Yes, sir. Transporting Emmerich to the base camp and returning to base.
We're shutting down. All units, strike camp and clear out.
We still have use for it.
Who are you? Snake? It's not you, is it?
Hey! It's just a machine. Are you?
Dr. Emmerich.
Snake? Hey, what gives? Ah! Let me go! No! Give me back my legs!
Right on schedule. Now bring him back to Mother Base. Okay, I'm sending a chopper close by. Get to the LZ with Emmerich.
Hang on a second. Let's use the walker gear I developed to escape. There's a special one here at the lab. Only I can activate it, and I'll tell you how to operate it.
Ignore Emmerich. We don't need his wind-up toys.
It is a long way there. Why don't you use that walker gear, Fizz?
No way. We can't trust him. How do we know his crap will even work?
Well, it's better than carrying the man the whole way. Boss, use the walker gear to escape.
It's your call, boss.
I'll start it up. Get this off me! Here we go. They're single pilot machines. Hey! Soviet Union. It hasn't been deployed yet. I was doing mobility testing here. Once the walker gear is finished, they'll have a huge advantage in close combat. And once they add my masterpiece into the equation, this war will be over. The Soviets will win.
He was developing bipedal weapons for the Soviets. If that's the case, what's Cypher's interest in it? Think back. 9 years ago, we invited that nuclear inspection team to Mother Base. It was a ruse. They turned out to be Cypher's strike force. It was Emmerich who brought them there. He's been underground ever since, working with Cypher.
I had no idea. I thought the inspection was real. I swear it. If anyone's to blame, it's you, Snake. We should never have had that.
This is Pequod.
That's the
Arriving shortly at LZ.
Destroyed.
As I thought. This is the real Sahelanthropus. You and your friend will die here. Behold! Today is the day weapons learn to walk upright!
Nice work.
bipedal weapon. In terms of hominids, it's a Sahelanthropus. How did they complete it without me?
We'll hear the rest back at base.
Why do you suspect me? What did I do? I'm on your side. What about him? Miller was in contact with Cypher 9 years ago. He was working with them. He's the traitor, Snake! What's that? More truth serum?
No. Stronger truth
Oh, please. Please keep me here. I need protection. Ah! Ah! Oh. 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 Why?
You're the odd one out.
Why me?
We all lost something.
What?
Except you.
Don't.
Truth serum isn't working. Either some procedure he had done boosted his metabolic enzymes, or he's undergone special gene therapy.
What's he saying?
Same as 6 hours ago. I had no idea the nuclear inspection 9 years ago was a ruse. Cypher forced me to do that research after the attack.
Do you think he had a hand in it?
I do. But there's no proof yet. Take a listen to this later.
We need proof before we can pass judgment. Keep an eye on him. And don't tell anyone he's here.
We'll have him continue his research in there. It's for his own good. The older guys will want his head. We can't guarantee his safety if we let him out.
Boss.
He mentioned something interesting. The reason why they pulled their plug on the operation in Afghanistan. He said their funding started going to Central Africa instead. Cypher is pursuing new research in Africa.
Africa? What research?
Emmerich doesn't know the details, but one thing he said does make sense. The Sahelanthropus alone isn't enough to cause an RMA. He claims that what they're doing in Africa is the missing piece. A weapon to surpass Metal Gear.
Meaning it's not just another nuke.
little guy. Boss, this is no time to be playing with animals. What are you gonna do, boss? Roger that. We'll pick him up.
Dee, come back! Here's the dog you brought back. Bit of a troublemaker. Not sure about the breed. He'll get bigger. Like this. You know, I can look after him. He's still a pup, so he doesn't listen. I have a feeling someday he'll be useful. I suspect you discovered a real diamond in the rough. The little polish. I say we got a true diamond dog, don't we?
Hostler raising hounds. Fine.
Come on, Dee.
Angola's Mfinda oil field, upstream from the landing point. A spill has covered the whole area and crude. A pipeline that crosses the Muneni River failed, and now the shore's a mess. Not to mention the villages downstream have no drinking water. To the pipeline from that facility. Taking it out should end the leak. The client this time is an environmental NGO. Destroy the facility. Stop that leak. This may seem like straight-up philanthropy, but there's another reason we agreed to it. The Mfinda oil field was outdated, abandoned. Then the rebel group United moved in, taking it upon themselves to kickstart operations. Now there's been a lack of someone to get started. Let's move it to the water. Results analysis suggests the voters are facility. It's to the north, past Bwala Yamasa. The village is currently occupied by UNITA, so stay sharp. The war industry we started has taken a pretty crooked course these past 9 years. With no other options, soldiers have become dogs of war, sent to conflict zones as private forces. or PFs. Guys we fought alongside are dying all around the globe for no reason. No banner. But it's how they survive. The demand for PFs here in Africa is especially high. Cold War standoffs, resource exploitation, tribal clashes. What's big business for developed countries has only brought conflict here. That mess you're standing in is just the latest example. You've arrived at Massa Village. It's been turned into a supply hub for UNITA, meaning it'll be stocked with weapons and resources. Should be a thing or two that'll come in handy. Don't be shy. They deserve to be in better hands.
What we've got here is failure to communicate. Some men, you just can't read. So you get what we had here last week, which is the way he wants it. Well, I don't like it.
They're only taught to fight. Then one day they grow up and teach the next generation the same way. With a gun in his hands, a kid is as dangerous as any adult. Only they don't know a thing about right and wrong. Boss, do not hurt any child soldiers. If you do, the mission is over.
Bikamunduki kaka ya kulugula alakisiga rutima ya mbeni kele mpidini mtangu ya ngeme kuba kidini soda Angula unduki nange Tulana dipeka Bonso bakari Iswa Kama tinitu Mpidina kibene Kanima Bosa Bika munduki kaka Tima ya mbeni kele
Billions here from side to side, and the wars go on with bring on pride for the love of God and a human right. And all these things are swept aside, but bloody hands time can't deny, and the washed away by a genocide. And history hides the lies of a civil war.
That used to be a settlement. Now it's burned to the ground.
I went numb when I learned to see, so I never fell for Vietnam. We got the wall of the sea to remind us all that you can't trust freedom when it's not in your hands. When everybody's fighting for the promised land, I don't need a civil war.
Boss, destroy the oil facility and stop the flow of oil. Keep on a straight path to the objective. You should find it no problem.
The power hungry salad soldiers in a human grocery store ain't that threat. I don't need a civil war. No, 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 no.
People are so company's Johannesburg head office is just a room in a multi-tenant building. Company's essentially non-existent. 3 years ago, that investment fund stepped in and started gutting it through a series of mergers and sell-offs. And get this, the fund itself no longer exists either. It's a shell corporation, meaning someone is just using Sator's name from the shadows. But what about those strange corpses? Just what the hell were they doing over there? Ready to join you on missions. But you know, he gets lonely easily. You should come visit him every once in a while. Get back to Mother Base.
See that? Now that's discipline. Following orders like a real diamond dog. Soon. No, stay! Stay! Go!
Why did the boss's old organization get taken out? Just because the U.S. didn't like having a threat like that on its doorstep?
You hear all kinds of stories. But from what Commander Miller says, there's more to it than that. They had this feud with an American covert intelligence agency called Cypher. During the Peace Walker incident, the boss built a merc outfit that fought alongside the Sandinistas. An army without a country. By mercs, for mercs. Something with no government holding the reins. Cypher wanted their military muscle, but the boss said no.
So they moved on the Caribbean base and massacred them.
Huh, I hear ya.
So, what do you think about how the boss has been acting? They say he's been killing the enemy left and right.
So I heard. It's like his thirst for revenge has really turned him into a monster.
Yeah, he scares me sometimes, you know? I looked up to him and we knew him as the legend, but I kind of wonder if I still belong by his side.
Honestly, I can understand why you'd be scared. But I figure it just shows how much he cared about the guys he lost.
I hope you're right.
Why the boss is called Big Boss?
Everybody knows that. There was this unit in World War II called the Cobras, and the commander was a woman called the Boss. They say she was the mother of modern-day special forces. Anyway, so she defects to the Soviet Union. America's afraid she'll leak all kinds of military secrets, so they assign a man to kill her.
Yeah, our boss. Big Boss. And once the boss was dead, He was given the name to signify he had surpassed her.
He carried out a one-man infiltration of the Soviet Union, even though he was injured. He's one tough son of a bitch.
Yep. But I also heard the boss was his mentor, and that they were involved. And that was why he turned his back on America.
He really has been through hell.
Used to this place?
I guess so. Yeah.
It's good. It is pretty unique, after all.
Yeah. I was confused by a lot of things at first, but I feel welcome here.
Well, that's what counts, right? Nobody here treats you differently based on your color or country. In that respect, it's very open-minded.
Yeah. I don't know what the future holds, but for now, I plan on staying.
Glad to hear it. Looking forward to working with you.
Same here.
That animal conservation platform has really taken off, huh?
Yeah, it's like a mini-zoo.
Some animal protection NGO asked us to get them out, right? So how come we don't hand them over to them?
We will, but they just asked us to hold on to them until they're ready to take them in.
What the hell? We're mercs, not zookeepers.
Well, the NGO was throwing in a little extra for it. If it means a bigger paycheck for you and me, why not? I kind of like having animals around. Something to take the edge off after the fighting.
I guess. But whoever heard of a merc on dumb duty?
Christmas Eve, 1979, the Soviet Union rolled into Afghanistan. Muslims had revolted against the Soviet-friendly regime established the year before. The DRA forces could no longer contain it themselves, so the Soviets went in to intervene. The Afghan government was powerless and fraught with infighting. They lost the hearts and minds of the people, and that alarmed the Soviet leadership. With the Islamic Revolution happening in Iran, the Soviets felt they had to act fast or risk the spread of Islamic revivalism. A superpower, sending a motorized rifle division against men on horseback with antique rifles. Everyone thought it'd be over in an instant, only it wasn't. Some Muslims made their fight a jihad, a holy war, and began a guerrilla campaign on all fronts. A war of attrition. These fighters call themselves Mujahideen. They're being supported by the West through Pakistan. That's why Miller was involved. He was training them near the Zero Line, sponsored by the CIA. The war has become a nightmare for the Soviet troops stationed here. They thought they'd be headed home in 6 months at the most. Then a year passed. 2 years. Now here we are 4 years on with no exit in sight. Afghanistan has become the Soviet Union's Vietnam. The Soviet troops on the ground want to go home, but at least they have homes to go back to. The Afghans have lost theirs. The Soviets destroy the kishlaks, villages, wherever they can. They burn down homes and fields, fill in wells, turn pastures into minefields. It's created a mass of refugees who fled to Pakistan. If the Mujahideen are fish swimming around the villages, the Soviets will go so far as to dry out their ocean. But this has had a big price. There's bitter resentment among the Afghans, and they're taking out their anger on the soldiers on the front lines. Among the Mujahideen are the Pashtun people. They're fiercely devoted to their code of Badal, or revenge. Soviets they've captured have had their hands, feet, and noses cut off before being left to die at the side of the road, just to show their comrades what they're capable of. Friendlies who come across them could do nothing but put them out of their misery. Then they burn down another village in retaliation. And the cycle of vengeance goes on.
Your mission is to rescue a prisoner being held at Lamar Khatib Palace. He's known as Malak, angel to his fellow Mujahideen. Start by checking the target's VI on your iDroid. The Soviets captured him and took him to the ruins of the palace. His family was subsequently killed in an airstrike on his village. The Soviet scorched earth operation wiped it off the map. The client is none other than his father. Or rather, this was his father's dying wish. If you can manage to rescue other prisoners as well, each one will add a bonus to our pay. When you see them, I'm sure your conscience will tell you what to do.
The objective is to rescue and extract a Mujahid captured by the Soviets. He's being held in the ruins of Lamar Khatib Palace, as are a lot of POWs. Civilians, guerrillas, suspected guerrillas. The Soviets have turned the place into their own black site. However, we've only been asked to rescue one of the prisoners. He's known as Malak, angel to his fellow Mujahideen. The client is none other than his father. Or rather, this was his father's dying wish.
Все есть. Заключенного по имени Малак нужно отвезти на аванпост Яха-Обу.
Понял. Аванпост Яху-Обу. А что с остальными?
С ними я разберусь прямо здесь. Повтори приказ.
Доставить Малака на аванпост Яху-Обу. Остальные заключенные останутся здесь.
Хорошо. Исполняй.
Вас понял.
So the target's to be transported, and the other prisoners disposed of here. What do you think? Our mission is just to extract the one target, but there's still time before the target reaches the destination.
Эх, скучно будет ехать. Эх, скучно будет ехать. чистая Малака. Там нет кто знать. Врач осмотрит его, когда приедет на место.
Говорят, его отправят на вскрытие.
Вскрытие? Он жив еще.
Врач, что если тело не повреждено, то вскрывают все. Мертв?
Живых. Первый раз слышу. Мне сказали одно. Доставить в Яху Обу.
Ага. Вот где-то... Говори. Я тебе сказал.
Хорошо.
Говорят, что по деревне Малака недавно прошла какая-то странная болезнь.
Болезнь?
Да, и судя по всему, деревня сгорела задолго до бомбежки.
А? Кто идет? Что такое?
Я услышал какой-то шум. Вроде из сортира.
Пугай мне так.
Извини. Ладно, тебе пора.
Погоди. Но если деревню не бомбили, то как это сгорело?
Не знаю. Просто слух. Всего-навсего слух. Про пожар, про болезнь, про вскрытие. Все, тебе пора.
Ага.
Будь осторожен. Противник может устроить засаду.
Понял. Приступаю к выполнению. Эй, ты там как? Сейчас немного потрясет, запачкает все.
Каков приказ?
Понял.
Заключенный. Его зовут Малак?
Так его называли Тушман.
Я совсем недавно был в его деревне.
Того, как ее сожгли?
Нет, сразу после. Огонь еще не утих.
Деревню же разбомбили, а?
Нет, не было этого запаха.
Запаха?
Напалма. Все здания еще стояли.
То есть это был обычный пожар?
Знаешь, что там произошло? Говорят, что выжить не удалось никому.
Всех убили? Че за черт?
Ночную деревню на самом деле напал горящий человек.
Горящий человек?
В последнее время слухи стали совсем странными. Она затянулась, и все малость тронулись. Себя тоже били.
А, спасибо за помощь.
Будь начеку. Позже с него ангел. Если Бог дал его деревне сгореть, а? Ну и теперь никого нет. Один напился. Ладно, пока.
И Малак зовут, да? Семья есть? Они жили в той же деревне, а? Я вот тоже давно не видел семью. Ну что, мы почти приехали. Скоро тебя смотрит врач. Ладно. Камеры наблюдения уже установили?
Все до последней. Но слепых зон у них больше, чем я думал. Не уверен, можно ли на эти камеры вообще положиться.
Ну я не знаю, можно ли тут хоть на что-нибудь положиться. Но с ними мы можем лучше следить за периметром. Так ведь?
Наверное. Не узнаем, пока своими глазами не посмотрим на картинку с камеры.
Да, надо посмотреть. Ладно, я пошел. Я привез заключенного из Намар-Хате.
Я слышал, отличная работа. Происшествий не было?
Все как в рапорте. В остальном ничего такого.
Заключенный?
Очень слаб.
Что такое?
Ничего. Так что его осмотрят врачи.
Врачи? Первый раз слышу.
Ясно. Так куда мне его отвезти?
Западное крыло.
Его опять будет опрашивать?
Это не наше дело. Веди его в западное крыло.
Он же умрет.
Ну и что?
В смысле?
Наш четкий приказ. Не теряй времени и отведи его в комнату для допроса. Выполняй приказ, или я доложу начальству.
Понял. Эй, приятель, мы приехали. Охранник сказал, что твоя семья выжила. Представляешь? Они успели сбежать в другую деревню. Серьезно. Так что, когда тебя будут опрашивать, не теряй духа. Ты ж солдат. Не опускай голову.
Badly wounded. We can rule out a full extraction. We'll just have to do it by chopper. Call the chopper from your iDroid, boss. Then carry the target to it.
Вы меня слышите? Прием! Всем боевым группам, это КП. У нас проблема. Тревога по всем постам.
دلته زما د ژغورلو لپاره راغلی. ته د چا رالېږلی؟ زما پلار مړ دی. زما ټوله کورنۍ مړه ده. ته چا ګمارلی؟ تا ته چا ویلی دي چې ما هغوی له بوځه؟ ته ولې داسې کوې؟ ودرېږه، ما هغو کسانو ته مه سپاره کوم چې زه نه پېژنم. مهرباني وکړه، ما له ځان سره واپس بوځه. او تر هیون پوه شم. زما نوم ملک دی. فکر کوم چې اوس دغه نوم پرېږدم. هغه حرامیانو زه په دوی پوه نه شوم. بس د همیشه په شان زما خلکو سپکاوی کول. زما خیال دی دا ډېره خوشحالۍ خبره ده. مننه.
Roger. Malik is saying that he's never heard of our client. What's more, he says his village was destroyed long before he was ever taken prisoner. Apparently it fell victim to some sort of disease, then was completely burned to the ground. Malik was out on a mission at the time, and that's the reason why he alone survived. But the question is, who hired us to find him? According to Malik, he saw strange soldiers snooping around the village when he got back. Turns out they were members of Cypher's strike force XOF. My theory is they wanted to get their hands on Malik to question or silence him before the Soviets could get to him. Cypher was just using us to cover things up. All that crap about Malik's relative was a front to convince us to retrieve him. But an entire colony just wiped off the map. It sounds a lot like the Hamid during the Honeybee incident. All I know, boss, is there's no way in hell I'm handing Malik over to Cypher. I decided to bring him back to Mother Base instead. He's one of us now. We told the client through a cutout that the target was killed. For some reason, though, they still paid us everything we were owed. Cypher's obviously up to something, and this is probably just another preemptive cleanup operation to them. But to Malik, he lost his village, his family, everything, and he wants his revenge. In other words, he's one of us.
Edie.
Fully trained and ready for action. The rest is up to you. Didi, go! He's going with you.
Explain what D-Dog can do as your buddy. With that nose of his, he can sniff out and mark nearby enemies and prisoners. Should come in handy for infiltrating outposts. I trained him to detect mines and medicinal plants, too. When he locates something, check your map. Is a Spetsnaz detachment commander. Your orders are to take him out. With skills like his, it'd be a shame to waste him. But I'll leave the method up to you. Boss, make your way to Deshago Calais and eliminate the target.
Villages in southern Vahan have been subjected to a strategic bombing campaign the past several weeks. The damage is spreading. It's part of the Soviet Scorched Earth operation aimed at wiping out the guerrillas. The target this time is the commander of a Spetsnaz detachment. He's been key to the operation's success. People say this guy's responsible for annihilating the Mujahideen at Tismasi Laman, the Hamid fighters, overnight. He's a tough, experienced commander. Don't underestimate him. The order from my client in the west is to shoot on sight. They want him out of the picture for good. Sorry, boss. This one's purely business. Wet work. They hit on a commanding officer of the Soviet military. Nothing personal. We're only doing this because it gets us one step closer to our goal.
Говорят, Хамиды в Досмосее Ламан уничтожили. Похоже, гражданским тоже досталось. Ходят слухи, что это постарались наши. Товарищи, приказы не обсуждаются. Мы должны выполнять данные нам задачи. Если сказано «сожги деревню», мы ее сжигаем. Только так мы раздавим душмана. За родину! Но помните, мирных жителей трогать нельзя. Если среди них будут жертвы, это только подольет масло в огонь. Если командир прикажет мне убить гражданского, я убью командира. Я к этому готов. Надеюсь, и вы тоже. Все ясно?
Кыш, пошел!
Boss, your objective is to steal an entire truck from a PF convoy. We don't have a fix on the truck we want, but the intel team has spotted the unit that's been tasked with escorting it. They're stationed at the guard post to the north of Nova Brada Airport on the Savannah. The rendezvous with our target will be any time now. Start by heading to that guard post. Then follow the escort unit. It should lead you right to the target truck. Boss, extract them from the mission area. You can check the target details on your iDroid.
Do you ever feel drowning in open sky on the empty hill where you started your life, chasing past those skies in the dark of the night? Well, the words said sail like the tears in her eyes, they both lit up with awe and surprise. I'll take your hand, we'll run to the empty sky. Will you take my hand and we'll run to the empty
It's the escort plan for the transport truck. I'm putting the escort unit's predicted route on your iDroid. Get after them. They should rendezvous with the target soon. You recovered. There were two primary types of cargo. First, drums of malachite, a copper ore. That took up most of the truck bed. But malachite isn't valuable enough to warrant an escort. The real cargo was likely the second item, a shielding container. The contents, yellow cake. That's right, the raw material for a nuclear weapon. That might point to the weapon to surpass Metal Gear Emmerich told us about. But who can say? Thing is, there isn't a lot of it. Not enough to make a nuclear warhead. Give us some time. We'll look into it. Try to figure out why they had this under such close guard.
That dog's all grown up now.
You mean Didi?
Yeah. Didn't seem to take that long, did it? You think he's really even a dog?
Of course he's a dog. What's wrong with you?
Well, I just mean he looks more like a wolf to me.
That's crazy talk. He's a dog. You hear me? A dog.
So you think he's a dog, I get it. Keep a freaking lid on it. What's important is he's one of us. Regardless if he's a dog or a wolf.
He is a dog, though.
Why do I even bother?
dug up a diamond, rare and fine. I dug up a diamond in a deep dark mine. If only I could cling to my beautiful find. I dug up a diamond in a deep dark mine. My gem is special beyond all words, strong as any metal, a stone in the earth, sharp as any razor, a blade you can buy, bright as any laser or any star in the sky. Maybe once in a lifetime you'll hold one in your hand. Once in a lifetime in this land where the journey ends in a worthless claim. Time and again in a mining game. I dug up a diamond.
For a fistful of diamonds, huh? And what happens after that? They can't go home. They've only got two options. Heaven or hell.
No, there's another.
Utter heaven. Tape's rolling, boss.
How about it, cuz? Looks like our client just got outbid.
We got the recording. Objective accomplished.
Let's go.
We'll bring him back to Mother Base. Now, for the RV. There's some high ground downriver. I'll have the chopper set down there. Lead the kids to safety. Listen, the kids don't get hurt. No matter what, you bring him back alive. Exit the cave and turn left, then pass through the swamp and follow the river downstream. Doesn't look like he can walk. You still gonna help him?
I'm not gonna do it.
I dug up a dime in a deep dark mine, down in the darkness, in the dirt and the grime. I dug up a dime in a deep dark mine.
What you thinking, boss?
I'm thinking that he's tougher than he looks. A little training, he'll make himself useful.
Never liked kids. Especially ones with guns.
See, kid's a natural.
No. He's no natural. Far from it. You probably noticed on the way in we've expanded housing. They'll have their own quarters, separate from ours. Won't be counted as staff.
So what, we're running a daycare now?
They'll learn how to read and write. Do basic jobs.
A chance at a real life. Just not from behind a gun.
Being behind a gun's what we do, boss. There's no room for angels in our heaven.
The client this time is a child. One of the children you rescued from that mine. He wants us to save the boy who was their leader. His name is Shabani, and he was the oldest among them. Several days before you went to the mine, he was taken away to Nzoia Badia Bulu. Our search turned up a place the locals call by that name. Ngumba Industrial Zone. Nearby residents are terrified of it. They say the devil lives there, and that anyone who sets foot in it never returns. This industrial zone has long been abandoned, but it seems it was sold off a few years back to a certain corporation, Saner. And now the perimeter is tightly guarded by a PF. The reason is unclear. The same goes for why Shabani was taken away. But something is obviously going on there. Those kids from the mine really looked up to Shabani.
The client has given us the last of their diamonds in return. Go get Shabani out of there, boss. Whatever Cypher's up to in the region, Shabani might just be our best lead.
Ennyi signet och banatod. Nu går vi Kebon. better rest then.
So he was in Africa after all. Working behind the scenes, even that man on fire at his beck and call. But what the hell was going on at the Devil's House? Earphones embedded in people's throats, tapes playing voices. And those lumps on their chests. They looked like the ones on the bodies at the oil field. The man on fire burned everything to the ground. But we were recording audio the whole time you were there. We'll conduct a thorough analysis of it. Soldier's commander, and bring him back to Mother Base. First off, head for Bwala Yamasa.
Pedina ange yande, yine yabo ke bangaka, nyoke yampembe? Kimamosa ke solomononde. Ya zini bibuti pusakan geve.
You think you're better off alone.
You lose, Commander. Welcome to Outer Heaven. We got rules around here. Never draw a weapon on a fellow soldier. You got that? Anyone here can use a knife or a gun. What you're gonna learn is how to use your head.
Let's move!
When you get that under your belt, then you're free to leave.
What the hell could be causing this disease?
I don't know. Some people get infected, others don't.
If we could just figure out why.
Yeah, but imagine we find out, and it turns out we're infected.
I'd go insane. But if we figure out the cause, maybe we'll also be able to treat it.
I hope so.
Well, I guess if we don't, we're all done for.
Hey, man, don't even joke like that.
How are those kids doing?
Honestly, I'm not too sure. But, well, I don't think they love it here, but they seem to have accepted it.
I figured as much.
They've lost their families to war, had militias abduct them and forced them to fight. They've got an attitude. They're not bad at heart.
Right. I just wish there was something else we could do for them.
Yeah. They're not exactly the best role models, huh?
Look closely. Those are the symptoms of the infection on Mother Base. The blisters on the body were full of tiny worms. Parasite larvae, most likely. But we couldn't find any adults. It doesn't seem to mature in the body, like a spargatum. We don't know the root of infection, or what causes symptoms to develop. The infection rate, along with the number of dead, are both on the rise. If we don't find the cause, and soon...
Boss, do you remember seeing these symptoms before? The bodies floating around in the oil facility, the bedridden test subjects at the Devil's House? This epidemic looks just like what we've seen on our hunt for Cypher. It could be a counterplay by Skullface.
That's insane. You mean they weaponize parasites?
Parasites as weapons. That definitely falls under the Biological Weapons Convention, but it's something the world would never see coming. And no one's ever developed a vaccine for parasites.
So this is the weapon of mass destruction Cypher was working on in Africa?
It may be. But if it is, how did the Yellow Cake and Walker Gears fit in? There must be something bigger we're not seeing. Anyway, our priority now is to prevent more casualties.
The medical team is studying the infection, but we can't treat anyone until we know the root cause. All we can do right now is halt the spread of infection. Remember before, boss? When Quiet attacked one of our guys on Mother Base, stuck a knife in his mouth. He's one of the very few soldiers who've had contact with her recently. Close contact. I don't think it's a coincidence that he was among those who became symptomatic pretty early on in this epidemic. Saliva and blood spatter, an open wound, mucosal infection. Whatever is causing this got inside him then.
Miller, that is a baseless accusation.
The source of the infection is Quiet. Everyone suspects her.
We don't know that. And we've come across these symptoms before. The bodies in the water at the oil field facility, those sick people in the beds at the Devil's House. They're identical to what we've seen while we've been after Cypher. The infection could have come from elsewhere. But at the very least, she does know something.
It's not like she's gonna talk.
No, not through words anyway. But what about her actions? Quiet held a knife to that soldier back then, before he became symptomatic. There must have been a reason for that.
A reason for shoving a knife down the throat of one of our men.
What if she's capable of identifying who's infected? What if she was trying to stop the infection but couldn't communicate that to us? The answer to that, the source of the infection, might be in the mouths of the infected.
You think there's some kind of clue in their mouths?
I don't know. But maybe there's something about the mouths of those who become symptomatic, something in common.
Something their mouths have in common. Forget it. We can't trust her. Even if she can spot the infected, I don't want her help.
I understand how you feel. But this is something to go on.
Can't you see it's just like I said? Bringing her here was a big mistake. Quiet is gonna be the end of us.
Stand down. You've got zero proof. Try to keep an open mind on this, boss. There has to be a way to identify who's infected.
His escape, then extract him once the coast is clear.
I know where they got their pathogen. Code Talker. They have the mansion surrounded. The old man will die. If you find him, you gotta... Our other men got me out of that mansion. Acted as human shield. Told me, get this intel to the boss. They have them now. Somewhere.
Roger. Boss, the intel team member you extracted is gonna be okay. All thanks to your quick actions. He keeps muttering the same things over and over. About the pathogen, and the old man who knows how to treat it. Code Talker. He even told us where he is. This is our only lead, boss. Let's go meet this Code Talker. Code Talker, the old man who knows what the pathogen is. We have to stop this disease that's spreading across Mother Base. Select the mission on your iDroid. It's the skulls. Damn it. So Cypher is behind this.
Cover me.
It's incredible, boss. Our men can rest in peace now. Target's close. Be sure to think this through.
I've been waiting, Tilly.
Talker.
Look familiar? It's infecting my men. How do we...
Silence. Or death.
What do you...
It could be in here. Stay quiet. Your life depends on it. Sit. The parasite has infected your band. Those are its larvae. They enter the throat and attach themselves to the vocal cords. They mimic the host's membranes flawlessly. No one can tell the difference. Upon reaching maturity, they mate. Sustained exposure to a particular sound triggers copulation. The resulting larva then feast on the host lungs, killing it. The particular sound is words. They attack only those who speak a certain language, not just one. I cannot say which language your parasites are attuned to, but silence is the best way to keep them from laying their children. This contains an herb that they dislike. That should deafen them for a while. You have bought yourself some time. Speak.
Is there a cure?
Once symptoms manifest, larvae have already infested the alveoli, at which point nothing can be done. There is a way to halt the onset, which would prevent infection.
I need your help.
He stole the ones I sealed away, forced me to do his terrible work.
Skullface.
Even a country like America sways in his wake. I could not defy him. The fate of Dene lies in his hands. However, perhaps the Nishia led you here. If my children have upset the Roju of the world, it falls to me to set it right.
You've secured the target, but he's too old to risk a full extraction. Put Code Talker in the chopper and return to base.
He claims they are the dream of every ruler since the dawn of time. Teach them your enemies' words, then unleash them on his lands, destroying only those who speak his tongue. He calls them his ethnic cleansers.
Ethnic cleansers? That's what Skullface is after. In Zuya, Badiabula was... Boss, he's gonna wipe every language besides English on the face of the earth.
Ironic, isn't it? They gave us language, and now they take it away. It is thanks to them that man first learned to speak. But now, the hand
two missing intel team members in Lufwa Valley. We knew we wouldn't get them back alive, but still, it's a damn shame. Don't let their sacrifice go to waste, boss. We need to stop the epidemic at Mother Base. That old man, Code Talker, he's the only hope we've got.
Tell me how to fight it.
I hid the answer in a microbe this one carries. It turns the male parasites into females, preventing reproduction. One parasite infecting another. However, it doesn't affect only the parasite. It alters the host as well. Your infection will be contained, but you and your men will also be rendered infertile. That is the price you must pay to regain your speech.
That freak show back there. They the work of your children too?
A different strain from the vocal cord parasite, known as the one that covers. It acts as the host's skin, providing strength in exchange for nourishment. But I did not know those men were infected. They were forced to serve him, then steal my research. Have you seen one of their vehicles?
The Yellow Cake.
Captured a convoy they were escorting. Cargo, some kind of mineral.
What became of it? The metallic archaea.
Clouds ahead!
It's them.
Are you okay? Looks like you're surrounded by mist. The support chopper can't get close to your position right now.
Hurry! They are coming!
start for now. Boss, you need to eliminate the skulls. We cannot lose Code Talker. And wait there. Get in, boss.
Skullface is no longer in Africa. The nuclear test was a success. Now they turn their knives on me.
Satellites didn't read any test. Neither did seismometers.
The detonation test took place 5 years ago in the southern Indian Ocean. The final test was the opposite, to prevent detonation.
You mean?
Skullface plans to sell nuclear weapons that he retains control of.
It's not like hawking small arms to militias.
Indeed. He plans to avoid detection by exporting minerals containing tiny amounts of uranium in the form of metallic archaea. Once on site, the metallic archaea enrich the uranium and weaponize it. Loaded onto all-terrain bipedal machines, they ensure any country, armed group, even the smallest terrorist cell can become a nuclear power.
Bipedal. So that's why they needed Huey.
A nuke business to replace the arms business. And Skullface owns the market.
The very atmosphere of nukes, anywhere and everywhere. Deterrence on all sides.
So that's why he ran a non-detonation test.
Yes. Another metallic archaea instantly overrides the criticality generator. A fail-safe only he controls. Any such weapon can be deactivated whenever he chooses, regardless of who owns it or their intent to use it.
Nukes. Controlled by a man, not a country.
If they proliferate, conventional nukes lose all value. Political, military, and economic. The two superpowers become powerless.
We need to stop the epidemic at Mother Base.
About the pathogen spreading through Mother Base, what's your opinion?
Textbook symptoms of vocal cord parasite infestation. And judging from this casualty list, it is the Kikongo strain, meaning a breed of parasite that triggers symptoms upon detecting pronunciation specific to Kikongo.
So how do we keep them from becoming symptomatic?
Use this. A type of Wolbachia, introduced to a sample of the parasite. A parasitic bacteria that colonizes the parasites, turning male to female and preventing copulation. You must cultivate more.
We've managed to put a stop to any new vocal cord parasite infections. We couldn't save those already symptomatic, but everyone who survived has been released from the quarantine platform. Skullface will pay for this.
Again with the truth serum?
What are those legs made of? Titanium? All the way to the femur.
Metallic archaea.
Sahelanthropus. Where is it?
What?
We have to know before his plan is complete. Sahelanthropus is the final piece.
What are you talking about?
If the Soviets break out a mobile, controllable nuclear weapon, East-West relations will be right back at the Cuban Missile Crisis.
The Cold War returns to life as countries without nuclear arsenals line up for what Skullface is selling. Nuclear weapons proliferate overnight, and on the brink of annihilation, the world maintains its balance.
But we know this is all just a shield, a ruse.
The cleansing parasites are what matter most. A WMD to eclipse even nukes, and the only one that can still be used. Skullface is the world's greatest threat, and Zero's. The pieces are in place. All that remains is to unveil Sahelanthropus in Afghanistan.
They can't activate it without me. B-Zero. Sahelanthropus is beyond the Soviet base camp, in a lab built by the Soviet philosophers. That's what you're looking for. But I have no idea how he's controlling it. It wasn't designed to accommodate a human pilot. No! Wait!
We got word from Afghanistan. Everyone at the Soviet base camp's dead. No sign of fighting. Parasites. Skullface's men then headed north. The target is OKB-0. That's where he'll activate Sahelanthropus. Unless we stop him, he'll go down in history a conquering victor. We can't let that happen. Wipe him out. Don't leave any trace of his existence.
I'm gonna need backup on this one.
You'll rendezvous on site.